Hello everyone, my name is Julie, and first of all I want to thank you for clicking on this video and watching it. I am doing this video today to help lend more credibility to my fundraiser that I have online, which in the description of this video you'll see the link to my fundraiser website as well as the link to the site that I post updates about my condition and what's going on with me. This video is mainly geared toward the companies that I recently sent out fundraiser campaign letters to, but it's open for anybody. This video is public. Anybody can watch it. My friends, family, neighbors, anybody in the world can watch it. I do hope you go to my Give Forward site and read about my need for financial assistance. On there, I'm trying to raise money to pay the mortgage off on my home, to cover back taxes on this house, to fix my vehicle up, as well as the attorney fees for taking the will through probate. I was diagnosed in October 2011 with stage 4 lung cancer. 2 months before, my father died of the same thing. I moved into this home, which I'm sitting in the kitchen right now. I moved into this house with him a year before he died, and watched his health deteriorate pretty quickly. He was too weak to get any treatments of any kind. I started treatment on November 7th, 2011, chemo, and as explained on my website as well as in the letters I sent out, that I had to stop the first type because it was giving me some really bad side effects. I'm now on my third type of chemo medicine, and I really hope it works. Although my doctor did tell me that this would be something I have to deal with for the rest of my life, and that I'd never be able to work again. I didn't sign up on disability until January of 2012 because I didn't want to be, I guess, put in that category. But I knew I had to do something because I needed money coming in. I have my oldest son and daughter-in-law living with me. They've been staying with me for a few months now. If it wasn't for them helping me with the bills, I wouldn't have a roof over my head. So I want to thank them so much. I love you guys. Thank you. My father didn't have the house paid off, and once he passed away, I had it in my head that I was going to fix the house up and sell it, because I've always been a renter. I've never wanted to own a house because of the problems. If something messes up, you got to fix it. You know, in an apartment, you know, when you're a renter, whether you rent an apartment or a house, you know, something messes up, somebody else has got to fix it. You've paid your monthly amount, somebody else has got to fix it. Well, I'm not in that position to where I could pay to have stuff fixed. I did do a few little updates to the home, not a whole lot, but some things that I really thought the house needed, which was the lighting, the overhead lighting, the ceiling lights. My dad has some really old ceiling fans in here, and some lights that were probably here when the house was built, which it's an old house. It was built in 1965. But I updated all the lighting. I replaced all the overhead lights, the kitchen sink, the faucet in the kitchen sink, and the faucet in the bathroom. You know, that's pretty much all I've done because I ran out of money. But anyway, after watching what my father went through and now seeing what I'm going through, I see so many things that are similar. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to be around much longer. So I don't want to leave the burden of this house on my children. That's one of the reasons I started my fundraising site on Give Forward. I have sent out letters to corporate offices of local companies asking for possible cash donations or donating in different ways, such as covering my prescriptions, fixing my vehicle, or possibly leasing a vehicle to me free in order to continue going back and forth to my my doctor's appointments and such in Lexington, because my vehicle's not going to be it's not going to last much longer. I pretty much know that. So I've had so much stuff done to it, but I'll do a video. You'll see that later. So anyway, I don't want to bore you. I just want to get straight to the point. So thank you again for clicking on this link, and I hope these videos shed some light on my need. Thank you. Well, I kind of wanted to give you a little background about how I found out about my cancer and how everything started that made me move forward and go to the doctor because I was concerned. I've pretty much been healthy as a horse all my life. I had the flu, I think, when I was a child. I had, a few years ago, well, probably 5 or 6 years ago, I had what I describe as walking pneumonia for about 2 weeks. I just felt like total crap for 2 weeks and got over it. I was taking Tylenol, cold and flu or whatever for daytime, and then taking the nighttime at night for 2 weeks straight, and after that I was okay. But when the swine flu came around a couple of years ago, I think I got that because there was one day I was at work on my guard job, and I was pretty much out of it for a whole day. So if I'm not laughing and smiling and joking around with people, there's something wrong. So everybody pretty much knows that about me. But at any rate, this is going to sound really stupid, but to be very honest with you, I don't think I would have known that anything was wrong with me until after getting on a ride at the Estill County Fair in July of 2011. I was there with a guy. I was dating his children, and I wasn't going to get on this ride to start with because I was worried because how fast it was going, but I got on it anyway. And we went on a Saturday, and after getting off that ride, I felt dizzy all that day and all the next day. I mean, really dizzy. It was about a week later, I noticed I had swelling under my left armpit. Then a couple days after that, the seatbelt was bothering me. Then I looked and noticed that I had swelling in the lymph nodes of my lower left neck area. And that's when I went to the doctor, and after a couple of weeks of trying to diagnose what I had and do a scan, it showed that I had a small spot in my left lung, which metastasized, which means it's moved. It moved to the lymph nodes in my chest area, under my left armpit, and in the lymph nodes lower left neck area. And that was, during the month of July and August and half of September. I felt great. Other than having swelling, there was nothing else wrong with me. I wouldn't get short of breath, or I could mow the grass. It didn't, nothing really bothered me. But I know it sounds corny, but I honestly think if I hadn't got on that ride, I never would have known. Here's a picture of my father taken about 6-7 years ago, when he was in pretty good health. He loved hummingbirds, so when he passed away, I purchased this beautiful hummingbird urn, and I was going to bury it between his mom and dad in the family cemetery, but it's too beautiful to bury. So, especially, just bury the thing in the dirt. is too beautiful for that. My dad loved hummingbirds. He used to love sitting on the back porch, watching the hummingbirds and other wildlife in the backyard. He's had ducks, he's had chickens, every now and then raccoon, a bunch of squirrels. So I'm hoping any money I raise over my goal amount, I plan on prepaying my funeral, because that's another burden I don't want to leave my children. And my life insurance doesn't pay off until I'm 48. I'll be 46 in a couple of months, and I really don't think I'll make it until my 48th birthday. So any amount over the amount, my goal amount, I plan on using for that, unless someone would like to donate a plot and burial services. Here's the incision they had to do to guide the tube from my port into the proper vein. And there's an incision from the port that I had put in on April 11th, 2012. Well, here I am, back again in Lexington, on my way to another appointment at the Market Cancer Center. This particular appointment will be with what I call the radiation oncologist. I'm not sure if that's his title, but his name is Dr. McGarry. Doing a follow-up on the radiation I had done on the lymph node in my neck. This is what I see every time I come up here. And I gotta stop here at the little guard shack and so they can let me in. Well, I just wanted to say this because there is such a thing as what you call chemo brain. That happens to do with, of course, cancer patients that receive chemo. They, excuse me, they tend to forget things, people's names. I've learned to kind of write a whole lot of stuff down, either on paper or I keep track of it on my cell phone under my, where you create a message on your cell phone. You know, I put down like Monday, do this, do that, blah, 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 you know, just remind myself. And I save it as a draft, so, and I could do that for up to a week at a time. Of course, half the stuff I try to spread out my chores and stuff because I get, I lose my breath pretty quickly from doing stuff, so I try to spread it out along a week. But anyway, what I thought was funny was I was at the doctor yesterday, the May 10th, doing my first new chemo they were trying out on me. And my chemo brain kind of clicked in because before leaving the doctor's office, I was leaving the doctor's office and going to the chemo infusion. But when I got over the chemo infusion, I thought, whoa, where's my cell phone? I left it at the doctor's office, so I had to go back and get it. And then after I left, after my chemo and everything, I stopped at a gas station to use the bathroom and bought me a pop because I was thirsty. And I go in, use the bathroom, and while I'm in the bathroom, I'm thinking, oh my God, where's my wallet? I left my wallet out of my vehicle. So, yeah, you know, those are things I've never forgotten before. So, chemo brain. Well, here's the backyard. A place my father spent a lot of time drinking coffee, watching the birds. This area of the concrete up until this crack here was already here when he bought the house. He added the rest of it here and put a roof over it. He also built this tool shed to keep his tools in. And this is a backyard that I used to be able to mow, push mow. My dad had a riding lawnmower, but I didn't want to ride on it. I push mowed for the exercise. There's so much I like to do to the yard. It retains water really bad when it rains. I guess more dirt would help with that. I don't know. Dirt and gravel. I like to put something around the shed. Not bushes. I'm not a bush person. Maybe some flowers or some kind of shrubs. Not shrubs. That's a bush. But anyway, I'm not very good at landscaping, so if anyone wants to donate any time or materials for that, it would be great. Some things in this house that need to be repaired or replaced. This is a water heater. It says 1992. It's 20 years old. It still works, but it would be great if I can get that replaced. Another thing is the carpet. This is white carpet. It was here when my father moved in. He's cleaned it I don't know how many times, but it still shows dirt really bad. We've tried cleaning it a few times, but it still shows dirt really bad. I would love to be able to get some type of dark brown carpet possibly, or dark gray. These walls really need painted. I would love to get the supplies to do that with. I've got an idea about what I would like the rooms painted. It would be great if I could do that for my children. There's in the kitchen here, you probably won't be able to see it at all, but there, get this moved. I don't think you can see it, but there's it's sinking in right here because of a leak that's been going on underneath the kitchen sink for years. I finally got the leak fixed, so it quit leaking, and I replaced the sink. It used to be an old stainless steel sink, and I replaced the faucet from Lowe's. But if there's any possible way of getting this sinkhole in front of the kitchen sink here fixed, and putting down some nice tile in here, that would be great. Also, this home is heated with baseboard heaters. They really cost a whole lot in the wintertime. This is in the kitchen. I turn this one on medium normally in the wintertime. The one in the living room, which right now is behind the couch, that one gets turned on a very little. And the heater in that back bedroom where the mirror's on the door, that one is on a teeny bit. And the one in the room where the baby sleeps, I make sure that's on a little bit during the winter, because she doesn't need to be catching a cold of any kind. Also, this house has 3 window air conditioning units. I would love to be able to put central air and heat in this house. It would save so much on utility bills. I don't know what all that involves. New windows would be great. These windows, we put plastic over them in the wintertime, and you could see all the air trying to come in. The plastic was bubbled up pretty bad. I would also like to have new storm doors. I love the storm door, but it's warped, and there's a big gap in it. A couple of times it's jammed where you can't even get out of it. You have to use like a flathead screwdriver over here in the little, I don't know how they did it, but my son was able to get it loose a couple of times. So you can see the gap in it. So if any way possible, I would love to be able to get new storm doors for this house. Walk out here and show you the front of the home. This is the driveway going out to the road, the front yard, and the house. There used to be bushes, and used to be a large holly tree out here. My dad, when he was in better health, used to be able to keep it trimmed up pretty good. But when his health started failing, he wasn't able to mess with it, and it grew approximately 5 foot over the top of the house. And someone trimmed it down, but I wanted it cut down completely, so I got somebody to cut it down completely. I would love to be able to put some kind of railing on these couple of little steps, not just for my benefit, but I have relatives that come over, and the railing would really help them. And maybe a small roof, or I don't know what you call it, awning or something over the porch. I don't know about the roof. I think the roof looks pretty good. Like I said, I've never been a homeowner, so I don't know how to tell if it's bad or not. I think the gutters need to be cleaned out and replaced. I don't know what you call these pieces underneath here, but the whatever you call these pieces that are falling down, those need to be replaced, because I know there's birds up in there, because I hear them all the time. This house would look really nice with new windows and fresh coat of paint on the shutters. Here's the other side of the house. Like I said, there used to be bushes all along here, and on this down here. They were overgrown, and I really didn't want to fool with them. I just said cut them down. This house has a cistern that we don't use anymore. My father was able to get city water. I would love to be able to dry this whole thing out and stop up the holes that are bringing the water in, or cracks or whatever they are, and maybe turn this into a storm shelter in case of a tornado. That would be great if I could do something like that. One more thing I wanted to mention about this house that really needs to be replaced is the electrical wiring. I know that's a huge job. However, we had a little scare recently with one of the electrical outlets blowing and shutting off a circuit breaker, which is good because we knew we had a problem. But this house was built in 1965, and I really don't want to leave to go to a chemo treatment and come back and see the house is on fire because of some wiring or switch or outlet of some kind. That's another thing I need to add to my list, and I hope and pray I can get done. Here's my van. It's a 94 Chevy Astro van. I've owned this vehicle for approximately 8 years. I haven't wrecked it. I'm a pretty good driver. It does have a little bit of damage on it. This little thing's hanging down. I don't know why. The person that had the vehicle before me ran into something and put a little dent, and you probably can't see it, in the sliding door. Other than that, it's in pretty good shape. It really needs tires. These front tires I purchased about a year ago. These back tires with the writing on them, they were used tires given to me. I can't tell you how old they are. I've had a lot of work done to this van in the last 3 or 4 months, so I can continue going to treatment. Had a rear end put in it, water pump, new hoses on the radiator, New shocks and brakes. First time I've had brakes put on it since I've had it, so I'm not hard on brakes. Let me show you the mileage on the vehicle if I can get over here. Goodness. Currently, 210,895 miles. This van currently needs muffler, tailpipe. I had the spark plugs replaced in it, but not the wires. I didn't have the money. It has been sputtering here the last couple days. Act like it's going to die, but it doesn't. If any possible way of having somebody donate money to help me fix my van up, whether it be parts, labor, their time, that would be great. But this is my only mode of transportation. The other cars, my neighbors. And I have to go to my treatments at Lexington. I go at least once a week. And it would be great to have this running 100% great mechanical condition so I could continue going to my treatments. Or if Chevrolet could possibly loan me a car free of charge to drive back and forth to my treatments, that would be great too. One more quick thing I wanted to add about my vehicle. Chemo brain, I forgot to say it. The sway bar is cracked on top on the passenger side. I've been trying to locate a used one, but can't find one. New ones are like $120, $130. Yeah, the sway bar is cracked a little, and I don't drive my van very fast. The speed limit on Interstate 75 where I live is 70 miles per hour. If I get close to 70 when I'm on the highway, my van starts shaking. So I try to keep it at 65. So please don't hit me. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and show you my head. I had lost all the hair on my head, my eyebrows, my eyelids. You can barely tell I got eyebrows because they're blonde. I lost all that with the first chemo treatment that I pretty much started losing all that the end of November, early December of 2011. But since I had to stop the first set of chemo meds, all the other ones so far haven't affected it, and it's grown back some. But anyway, I just wanted to show you my head. Which I don't go out in public like this. I usually wear, one of these little doodad hats. But I want to thank you so much. God bless all of you for watching these videos. And I do hope and pray that you can help me spread the word about this fundraiser. Please post this link on all your social networking sites, whether it be Facebook, MySpace, on your blog site. If you're a member of a church, if you would spread the word at church, at your place of employment, if you're a member of some type of motorcycle gang, a member of a bowling league, anything would help. Thank you all again, and God bless you.